Hey guys, so I just got back from seeing Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I got to see a pre screening on Thursday. Like, I literally have, like, this whole weekend off, and I was like, well, there's only one movie out to see this weekend, so might as well get this out of the way right now. It's a movie I was kind of looking forward to. I've seen all the fucking Marvel movies up to this point, so might as well see this one. Um, I've talked about the MCU quite a bit, you know, on my channel. And I have been a fan of the MCU for the most part, uh, in series of movies. But as of late, the MCU Phase Four, I haven't really talked too much about it, other than for God or Love and Thunder. I have not been very impressed with the last last phase, this recent Phase Four. I think it's kind of sucked, to be honest. There has been some good stuff, but the stuff that's bad really has irked the hell out of me. As far as like my opinion, as far as these, as the Phase Four has gone, uh, I like Black Widow. It was off to a decent start with Black Widow. I like Shang Chi. I fucking hated Eternals. That's where I started to turn the corner with the MCU. Was the Eternals was fucking awful. Uh, Spider-Man: No Way Home is probably the best one of them all, but it was a really fucking big step up. Doctor Strange, I liked a lot too. I thought that was like interesting in the directions that movie went, and I didn't care too much for Thor: Love and Thunder. As far as the TV shows, I've liked every one of them except for the last two, Miss Marvel and fucking She Hulk. She Hulk wasn't too bad, but Miss Marvel was fucking bad. That was a bad show, and I'm not looking for that Marvel's movie. Uh, and the Falcon and Winter Soldier, I was not a big fan of. I loved Loki. I loved Hawkeye. I loved What If. I those were the shows that, especially Loki and What If, that felt like they took some fucking risk, and Moon Knight too. And I like this phase has kind of been lackluster to say the fucking least. And I know I'm not the only one who's been saying it. The MCU is starting to lose some steam. And I even said after watching Thor: Love and Thunder, I'm like, man, it's like my interest in these movies is waning. And here we go with Black Panther. This is going to end this phase. And I'm like, well, let's see if it could, my opinion hasn't been strong as of late on MCU, and this poor movie going in has a really weird task of trying to make a movie to a popular a sequel to a very popular movie like Black Panther, where the main actor died in between movies in real life, and now you got to try to figure out how the fuck do you make a sequel to this. And I was curious as to how they were gonna fucking pull this off. I was like, God damn! Like, I thought the trailers were pretty effective. That first teaser trailer was one of the most depressing trailers I've seen all year. But I liked it. It was a really well done trailer. It's a really goddamn well done teaser trailer. Um, and, and like I said, I went in, and of course, I remember when reviews start popping up for this fucking thing, everybody's like, it's one of the best Marvel movies in a long damn time. I'm like, I swear to God, they say that. They get like, I hate to be that conspiracy theorist, but there are people that, critics that are being bought off by Disney. They say, a lot of these critics say the same shit every single fucking time with everyone. I swear every Marvel movie is like the best Marvel movie yet. I swear they've said about Thor, probably even fucking Eternals, and they were fucking lying. Uh, and even fucking the people, I'm convinced that fucking people that gave fucking Ms. Marvel like 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, like that, they were bought. They had to be bought out. There's no fucking way. But anyways, despite all that going against it with this movie, I really fucking did enjoy this fucking movie. I really, really did like this movie a lot. And this is a step in the fucking right direction for MCU. And like, it kind of makes me go, okay, man, yep, my interest again for a little while. See if he can keep it going. Um, I also have liked no, I did like the Werewolf by Night. I love that. I thought that was fucking, again, took chances and was different than anything they'd done up to that point. Um, but yeah, I really did like Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Uh, I like I said, this movie had a really hard thing to do, which is try to make a sequel without your main actor who had died in between movies. And I think with all the limitations that this movie had going into it, it did really fucking well. It made a really good damn movie, despite all the limitations. I it did what I thought it should do, which is the main uh, focus, the main character in the movie is Shuri in this movie, and that's what I thought was gonna be the person that was gonna, you know, be the main focus, and she is the main focus. Is at the beginning of the movie, she literally it cuts to right when T'Challa is dying. They don't show his dead body or anything, but he's about to die, and she's trying to save his life, trying to use the technology she loves to use to try to save his life, and she isn't able to do it in time because as soon as she thinks she's got the solution, he dies, and so she's kind of torn up and beaten up about this, like, throughout the whole movie. And you see this poor, she goes for a lot of shit in this movie, and you actually got to root for her character a lot. I liked also Angela Bassett was fucking great in this movie. It is great to see her, like, she gets her time to shine in this movie. Her acting is fucking solid. Really, really good. Lupita Nyong'o, great, fucking great. Gets her chances to shine in this movie. The new villain, what is Neymar? Is it? Yeah, it's Neymar. I never seen the actor. What is that guy's name? Or the actors that plays him? Tinoch Haruta. All right, I never heard of him. He's pretty good. He's one of those characters that's pretty three dimensional. It is kind of like almost the same fucking motivations as Killmonger. Really, it is kinda in that he just wants to destroy humanity. It's not the most original villain I've ever seen, but he's pretty good. I do like him, and he's not just like a. They do make you have some sympathy for the character, and also, well, this is a little bit of a spoiler. Uh, he's a mutant. He's a flat out mutant. They say he's a mutant in this movie, and I was like, huh, all right. So we're slowly but surely we're starting to introduce mutants. I mean, they did that with Miss Marvel. That was probably one of the only fucking good things that came out of that. Um, and now with this, I'm like, okay, we'll see what happens from here. I'm interested in what they, you know, this is something that you can slowly build up over time. You don't have to rush into it, bringing the X-Men in. Yeah, and I'm fine with that. And I am interested, like, especially with this character, the Namor, especially how the movie ends, where they go with this character. They go a lot of different directions. That is one thing I'll say about this movie. I was interested in where the fuck it was going in the directions it goes from this point forward. Um, the tributes to Chadwick Boseman were great. They were fucking great. I particularly loved that in the opening of the Marvel logo, instead of just showing all the superheroes in the Marvel MCU movies, it's just images of Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther. That was fucking cool. I love that. That was pretty fucking cool. Um, like the opening is really goddamn emotional, and then like there's a scene at the end. This is one of those movies that does drive me nuts when fucking does that one thing I fucking can't stand where it the last shot of the movie is in the trailer. So that is something that always drives me nuts. But it is a great scene and a very emotional scene. So I will forgive it. Um shit. You do get a lot of it does. I am glad it more slowly but surely they are kind of connecting the TV shows with the movies because the biggest connection really is spoiler alert. Julia Louis Dreyfus is in this movie. Um, that is, I did not know that she was, and that was kind of cool. I was like, okay, so she's gonna be more MCU movies. I know she was at the end of Black Widow. Um, but yeah, like she's gonna be starting to be more of an integral part in it. Uh, I will say that this movie, if there is complaints I could have with this movie, yeah, it's a little long. It is a little fucking long. There's probably stuff you could easily cut out of it. I could probably say you could probably easily cut out of it. It is really no surprise who the Black Panther, the new Black Panther is. It doesn't pop up until like probably the last, I don't know, 20 minutes of the maybe 30 minutes of the movie, the new Black Panther, and it's not a surprise. It's exactly who you think it is. Yeah, it's not a. It's not. They tried to make it out like it was a surprise, and I saw even though I saw the image of the figure, I was like, I bet that's so and so, and I was like, yep, it's exactly them. I knew it. Not a fucking not a shock. Um, I do like that this movie really focuses on like the what happens to this universe when their hero. I thought that was really cool, and they went that direction. Like what happens when their hero or their protector is no longer there and just unceremoniously is gone from their world, and it's like that's interesting. Like I like that they went that route, and that they're people, other nations consider them vulnerable because of that. I like that. I like seeing that kind of twist on that. I'm trying to think of something else I wanted to fucking talk about. There's something I know I wanted to talk about it, and I'm fucking forgetting it. I've had a long day, people. Uh, I will say the there is no end credit scene in this movie, but the mid credit scene is maybe my favorite MCU scene, mid credit scene up to this point. I really fucking love that scene. That was a really really great scene, and it doesn't set up any future movies. It is a really great emotional scene. That's just it was a surprise when it happened. I was like, oh, that's cool. There is also a cameo in this movie that I won't spoil, but Google spoiled for me because if you look on Google and type up the movie Black Panther Wakanda Forever, they spoiled the casting in this movie and they spoil a fucking cameo. Thanks, Google, you fucking assholes. Why did you do that? That was supposed to be a surprise, not a fucking. I mean, I kind of was not shocked that it happened, but it's like when the person pops up in a certain scene, I was like, oh, all right, this is where this is going now. Huh. Um, yeah. Also, the CGI. And I am noticing a lot more and more that people pointed out that the CGI in these movies are getting worse and worse, and there's some questionable CGI here and there. Um, yeah, I'll give you that. I've heard a lot of people complain about that nowadays, and yeah, I agree. Uh, this movie is really good. I don't want to spoil too much about it. It is really good. I really enjoyed the hell out of it. It is a step up for MCU, and I like I said, I was curious for majority of the whole movie, like where it was going. I am kind of interested where they go with these characters after this. Especially some certain characters. Um, yeah, I'm really interested. It regained my faith in MCU for a brief time now. We'll see how long that lasts. We'll see. But yeah, that's as far as Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Next week, oh yeah, next week is gonna be interesting because I live in my apartment, and so next week I'm going to be having people working on my floor, like putting a whole new floor in, and because of that, I don't know how and when I'll be recording my videos reviews. I will be recording my reviews still. I will, regardless, still record reviews for the movies next week, which are the menu, and what is the menu and She Said, yeah, that's right. And I have reviews of those, but I don't know where